Perfect. So first of all, thank you for taking time to talk with me. My first question is really, what was it like making the leap from playing basketball to acting?
Well, Sean, pleasure to be here. Thank you as well. The leap was that's an interesting question, man. To be honest, it was a complete identity shift in a way, where I had to let like a whole part of an identity that I created my whole life go to step into my ultimate purpose, which ironically that I've been doing all along. I've been acting since the age of 4. Started doing plays and theater and stuff like that. So, but I mean, we all as human beings try to work so hard to establish an identity for ourselves, a value for ourselves that we present to the world. And then at any moment's notice to be able to see that there's a greater cause and a greater good for you and to let that go, to absorb in a new space, is not easy, man. It's not an easy one at all. It's a definitely sacrifice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Confusion a little bit. It's almost like going through a metamorphosis. Like the caterpillar doesn't know that it's gonna become a butterfly, right? So if I can correlate it to anything, I would say it's pretty much that process. But man, it's been so beautiful. I have a heart and passion for this. It's been there all along, and I'm just so grateful that in a moment where I thought I was going through a denial process, I was led to destiny, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is your first big starring role, and you get to play a legendary figure. Was it intimidating, exciting, to take on this role as your big debut?
Sean, intimidating, but exciting for sure. Definitely exciting, man. I mean, to let like basketball go, right? And then to be full mode, full-time acting, audition every day, filming, doing different things, training, and then to get a basketball role come to me. And then not only is it just a basketball role, it's the first African American to ever sign an NBA contract. And not just sign a contract and be the first African American, but change the way the game was played forever by his innovation, the creativity he brought that unlocked the game and made it entertaining and brought fans and have guys like LeBron James, Michael Jordan that we revere. It started from this one person. To be able to understand that I have the responsibility to portray that human being, that real human, and that kids or even adults may have never heard this story, is definitely an honor, man. So I look at it that way. It's like opportunity and a blessing for me. Just moment to dive in, tell that you have fun and just leverage the moment. And I was surrounded by a great team to help with the process. I mean, Martin Gigi, the director and writer, been working on this for 28 years. So I was supported from the acting standpoint just through the script. And then just on the outside, I mean, Carrie Elwes, Richard Dreyfuss, Jeremy Piven, Kevin Pollak. You know what I'm saying? Like we got great people to help support. And I mean, I think we leverage each other very well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned, the support you had as basketball is a team sport, making a film is about the ensemble, the crew, everybody coming together. What was it like working together with such a talented team?
You hit on that. I mean, it's a team sport, right? So I mean, it was so beautiful to see these guys bring it, man. I think that was the most beautiful thing to me. I mean, because I've through my life and my training, I mean, I have a great work ethic and I value that. So to see other guys has been doing something for a long time, right, over decades, still come to work excited, looking for ways to tell the truth even better, looking for ways to make this better, looking for ways to inspire each other. Hey, look at this note, look at that note. To see that from these men that's been in the game for so long was very inspiring for me, man. And just, I was like, yeah, I feel at home. You know what I'm saying? So it was a beautiful symbiotic relationship we all had, and we all fed off of each other. And we all knew that this is a true story we have to put our best into. And we all did that.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think you did. So obviously you're a very skilled basketball player, but your role in Sweetwater requires you to play kind of unconventionally because the Globetrotters and Sweetwater have a very unique playing style. How, challenging or fun was it to learn this different style of playing the game?
Yeah, it's actually very fun. I mean, that's the physicality aspect as the actor, right? I mean, if you're a basketball player, you may be tempted, oh yeah, I could play this role because it's basketball. No, but as the actor, you know that you can't bring your tendencies, excuse me, you can't bring your tendencies to this new world, right? So I had to really put everything I knew about the game aside and enter into it with an infant mentality. And it was so fun to see how they used to play the game and see the foundations, the true fundamentals of basketball. and to see how that grew and the joy and fun and the passion that the Globetrotters brought to the game that the whole world literally loves. I mean, they started all this stuff. You look at the magic, the passes, like how they did things. It was so creative and innovative in a time to where everything was boxed in that these guys could think to still get on the court, move so gracefully with flair. I mean, I had a lot of fun just stepping into that world and learning a whole new side of the game. I think the world would have fun just learning and being entertained by that too.
Yeah, and I think one of the really interesting and unique things about the Globetrotters is that they're able to appeal to an audience larger than just sports fans. And I think that that's something that this film does too. You know, it's not just a sports movie that's going to appeal to fans of basketball. Why do you think that people who aren't as interested in basketball should be drawn to this story?
I mean, human being as a whole has an interdependence, right? So it's like if you witness someone struggle against all odds, trying their best to make life work in the middle of oppression and unhealthy circumstances, but their love and the human spirit just push through to make a way out of no way. Then you see other people that may not be going through those unhealthy racial situations, but still have a love and understanding for humanity, push and help, like Joe Lapchick, right? Played by Jeremy Piven. When you see these guys come in and help, it just enhances the human experience. Then you can see as a whole, whether you play sports or not, the power of human interdependence, the power of love, the power of connecting with one another, the power of being innovative and being like, you know what? Yeah, we've done this in our life before. Hey, yeah, I've done this in my life, in my day to day, but maybe I can be curious enough to break this boundary and start something new in my life, or think differently, or move differently, or go to work differently, handle my kids differently, right? I mean, really breaking the barriers of all aspects of your life. I mean, this film presents that as a gift to humanity.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think, you know, at least personally speaking, what do you think is the most inspiring thing for you about the story of Sweetwater Clifton?
So many, so many. But to see how like he handled life with so much grace, see his love and about the other, like in a time where he should be getting all the glory, all the praise, right? This is a guy we're just now finding out about, right? I mean, a lot of people haven't even heard this story, but to see he didn't care about the credit. He was so much concerned about the other and the love for humanity. I mean, this is a guy who fought in the war. So, right, seeing his just love, freedom, and justice for all people really stood out to me. I mean, it's so much bigger than the human being that's running up and down a basketball court. I mean, he really understood self-respect and the value of all mankind. And I think it's something that I'll always carry with me.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, ultimately, for audiences who see this film, what do you hope they will take away, you know, as the message that they should, you know, apply to their own lives?
And I think just go in there with an open heart, because you're going to grab a lot of messages. I can't just give you one. But if you go in there with an open heart, no matter whether you're a kid or an elderly person, right? I mean, you're going to grab something from it. So I think just going there with an open heart is my first thing to say. And then second off, I mean, you always want people to be inspired, that they can break down barriers, whatever's going on in their life, whether it be systematically, whether it be internal thoughts, psychologically. I think I want people to understand that there's no weapon that's formed against you that can stop that greater spirit inside of you. And especially when we lean in and help each other and we lean in and pour love into our fellow humans, we're unstoppable, man. And we can create a better world that's waiting for us. So I think that's something I want people to understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking time to talk with me again. Really enjoyed the film, and I look forward to seeing what you do next.
Sean, thank you so much, man. Have a good one.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful rest of your day.